Hey, what's up, you absolute legend of human potential? Today, I want to talk about how I grew my arms, despite having the worst arm genetics I've ever seen. And no, this is not clickbait, I legit have the worst arm genetics ever, but I managed to grow them. And that's great, because now I'm gonna show you how you can do it too. Let's go. First, let's define what a bad arm genetics even means. I've created like 3 points that will loosely guide you to determine whether you have good or bad arm genetics. Number 1. Your wingspan is wider than your height, aka you're a tall, lanky dude who naturally looks rail thin. Number 2, some of your friends are bigger and stockier than you, even though they don't work out or they have been working out for less than you. If you know, you know. Number 3, your arm muscles are stubborn and resistant to hypertrophy stimulus compared to other body parts, even though you train every muscle correctly. I mean, there's many more pointers, but these 3 are general ones that you can ask yourself right now. Now, important statement. Never use "I have bad genetics" as cope that you can't achieve your goals. Work hard, despite having bad genetics. Number 1. Follow a good training program that hits your full body throughout the week. I recommend full body 3 times a week or upper-lower 4 times a week. You don't need to do push-pull legs, bro splits, 2-a-days, nucleus overload, and you certainly don't need to just get a massive bench, bro. Nothing will give you better results than training correctly, regardless of which split you follow. So just stick to 3 or 4 times a week, it's enough. Number 2, figure out which exercises you feel in the biceps and triceps and only do the effective ones. I recommend for biceps chin-ups or weighted chin-ups if you can, hammer curls, easy bar curls, dumbbell curls, okay? Throughout the week, not all in one day. Triceps. Regular bench press is gonna give you a good foundation, but it will not be enough. Some better exercises for triceps would be easy bar, ultra close grip bench, skull crushers, cable overhead extensions, and cable pushdowns. So these are all the exercises that I've done during this period, and they worked for me. Doesn't mean they will necessarily work for you, but most of them should. If one of them doesn't work, you can swap it for another one that you feel better. Number 3, volume, frequency, and intensity. So if you train 3 times a week, then you can do like a little arm session after your heavy compounds, while you're still fresh. So you can actually seriously approach the biceps and the triceps exercise and actually go to failure. On the other hand, if you train 4 days a week, you should do your biceps on your pull day and your triceps on your push day. I recommend 9 to 12 sets a week, and you should try going to failure on every set. It's really not a big deal since you're not doing 40 sets a week, so you can really get the most intensity out of all of these sets. As for the rep range, I like 6 to 8, sometimes I go all the way down to 4. And sometimes they go up to 15, but usually it's around 6 to 8 or 6 to 10, depending on how I feel. And I don't know, just sometimes I feel like I want to move heavier weight, so I do 4 reps. Sometimes I want to do lighter weight, but try it out. You should experiment a little bit, but stay true to the core of my advice. Number 4, a very important tip, you want to eat food. Don't try to be shredded or dry, but at the same time, there is no point in doing a full-on dirty bulk. Personally, I'm always bulking just a little bit, and then when I feel like I want to cut, I can always do that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So a slight caloric surplus should work. Number 5, time and patience. This transformation took me 4 years to achieve. As I said, I have horrible genetics for arms compared to my traps, my delts, and my lats. I mean, you can see how wide I am, yet my arms really aren't the best. As a matter of fact, they're just above 15 inches after 4 years of training. But I grew them for 2 inches, so I started at around 13 inches, maybe even a little less. To be honest, I was embarrassed to measure them when I started, but at one point I measured and they were 13 inches, so I grew them for 2 inches. You might gain twice those gains in the same time period. I've heard stories of people gaining an inch a year, and that's mind-blowing. If you can do that, you probably have great arm genetics. That being said, there's always stories like me to balance out these genetic outliers. I guess God just wants us to suffer, at least in the arms department. By the way, I'm not done. I'm shooting for 17 inches minimum. I'm definitely gonna get that sometime in the future. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe even 18, but 17 seems kind of within reach. How long will it take me? I don't know, and I don't care. Because training is a fun challenge that improves me. Hope it helps, bro.